Industries are the beating heart of our world. They move us, supply us, shelter us, power us, connect us. They improve our homes, our cities, our environments. And behind them all is ABB. Electrifying, automating, partnering with our customers to keep them not just running consistently, but running more productively and more efficiently, to constantly outperform. At ABB, we call this outrun. And it's how we help industries become leaner and cleaner. ABB, engineered to outrun.
Hello everyone, and welcome to today's session, which will be exploring a new generation of MV air-insulated switchgear. I am Ashley Turan-Ord, your host for today's discussion, which is brought to you in partnership with ABB's Distribution Solutions Division. Today's discussion will see our guest experts examine how to make the right switchgear decisions and which innovations can help you unlock commercial and sustainable benefits that make your operation truly future-proof. It is my pleasure to introduce today's guest speakers, who are all from ABB Distribution Solutions Division. Mats Ostergaard, Global Product Marketing Manager for Primary Air Insulated MV Switchgear. Carol Meyer, Global Product Manager of Unigear and Smart Solutions. Roman Pernica, Global Technology Manager of MV Primary Switchgear and Instrument Transformers and Sensors. Today's session will include a technical presentation together with a short Q&A session toward the end, where we would love to hear your thoughts and questions on the topics presented today. We encourage you to send your questions through to our panel for live response using the Ask Staff a Question box on the right-hand side of your screen. For those of you who cannot stay for the full duration or would like to recap on what we shared today, we are recording the session, which will be available on demand on www.smart-energy.com. However, before we move into the presentation, we would very much like to hear from you and the challenges that you are experiencing in your network. So please just give me one moment to pull up a poll. Okay, so what we would like to know, which of the following power distribution challenges are you currently facing in your network? Your options are increasing demand and complexity, reliability and reputation concerns, insecurity over new technology, space limitations, or cost volatility. So you do have a couple of seconds. We have about 30 seconds left on the clock for you to respond. And then I'm going to close the poll and I'm going to invite Mats just to give some thoughts on your feedback. Okay, so we have about 15 seconds left. And again, I'd just like to remind you to please share your questions throughout today's session because we will be having a short Q&A toward the end of the session. Okay, I'm now going to be closing the poll. Thank you very much to all who have shared. Okay, so as we can see on screen, Mats, I'd like to please invite you just to give your thoughts.
Hello everyone, good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Interesting to see the results from the poll. We can see that the increasing demand complexity is one of the top tiers here in this short poll that we had. And of course then the cost volatility, which is definitely a concern in the business. Very good. Let me start by introducing a little bit on the market directions that we are currently facing. And I'm going to start with a rather bold claim, and that is that the world needs electrification solutions now more than ever. And we see that we have 3 bullet points which are kind of setting the stage, that is demand for electricity. We have the energy transition and energy efficiency. And the increasing focus on a net zero future, reducing costs and improving security means there's greater need for energy efficiency, renewables, and a more resilient grid. The IEA has highlighted the need to double energy efficiency improvements to reach net zero by 2030. The world also needs to triple integration of renewables to deliver net zero by 2030. In the same time scales, electricity will grow 10 times faster than any other energy resources. More than 50% of decarbonization will be driven by electrification. This growing need for electrification will involve 50% higher average annual investments in electricity grids by 2030. And digitalization will continue to accelerate the demand for intelligent solutions now and in the future. We at ABB have the technology, the solutions, and the expertise to accelerate the transition to clean energy, which is of course necessary for a net zero carbon future. We have the ability and to enable the distribution of renewable energy, also critical to the energy sector and energy transition. We keep businesses, homes, and industries running efficiently, reliably, and safely. Of course, we support our customers in optimizing and decarbonizing their operations. Sometimes back, we did a short survey with our customers. Maybe one of you have even answered to this survey that we did. And we clearly see that there's a demand for switchgear, which is increasing, which again comes to the earlier mentioned point with renewable energy, the growth in data centers, and grid modernization, as well as the power generation. Digitalizing switchgear and electrical distribution helps customers and users to meet the needs of energy efficiency and continuity of service. Smart switchgear can constantly detect, analyze conditions, and maintenance need that may occur in the network. We are able to integrate different sensor technology and software to monitor and utilize and optimize the operating cycles used in the network. The percentages shown on the screen are our customer feedback, where we asked about the situation if they are considering to digitalize the switchgear. And 98% of our respondents said that yes, this is on the target. It's also 99% answering that it's the priority to digitalize the switchgear. 13% of the respondents are already using digitalized switchgears, and 47% of the respondents are actually working towards digitalized switchgear. We at ABB, we have continuous research programs, development programs to develop new products with new technologies that meet the demand of the future network. Okay, and sorry for a small hiccup. As said, we definitely are looking at new technologies, not only to come with new modern products, but also taking a bit of the sustainability into perspective, which then Roman will talk to you about a little later in this webinar. Now we're going to show you a short video, and after that I will hand over to Carol to continue. Thank you.
Our lives are non-stop, always on, a ceaseless flow of tasks. It means the demands placed on our energy are non-stop too, and will continue to increase beyond our imagination. Greater efficiency, greater sustainability, greater reliability. It's why our infrastructure is built to help you not just meet that demand, but surpass it. We know that when energy gets interrupted, when that flow falters, it breaks more than just confidence and costs more than just time. So with the very fabric of power changing and long-term reliability non-negotiable, Unigear gives you the power to flow non-stop.
Yeah, thanks much for the market situation introduction. And let me now continue with our newest 500mm wide Unigear ZS1 panel. And before we go into the details, I would kindly like to ask Ashley to run a second poll of today. Ashley, can you comment?
Yes,
So the
thanks, Carol. The poll is live on screen. So we would like to invite everyone to please participate. You have about 30 seconds left. And we're asking, what is your primary concern when selecting MV switchgear? And your options are safety and reliability, sustainability, space requirements, and flexibility and efficiency. So we'd love to hear from you. I can see the responses ticking in. We have about 10 seconds left. And again, just using this opportunity to remind you to please share your questions with us, and we will try our best to get to them at the end of the session. Okay, so I'm going to close the session. Thank you, everyone, and these are the results.
Thanks a lot, Ashley. So yeah, thanks for voting in the second poll. It's pretty interesting to see that safety and reliability are the most voted results from the poll, plus also the space requirements, what you see as main primary concerns. Yeah, thank you very much for voting, and I would continue with my part. So basically, we will touch the newest 500mm wide Unigear ZS1 panel. An electrical network is the silent enabler of the energy transition, as it collects renewable energy from wind, solar, and hydro, and delivers it to all electrical loads. And ABB products and solutions are the building blocks of the electrical network. Energy transition doesn't mean only adding renewable energy, but also electrifying the industrial and domestic loads. And today, basically also the primary distribution substations are creating the backbone of this network. Yeah, and Unigear, basically that's the video what we were playing at the beginning. Unigear is well-established product family on the market within medium voltage air insulated switchgears. It includes multiple product lines, starting with Unigear ZS1, Unigear ZS2, Unigear MCC, motor control center in single bus bar, double bus bar, or even double level arrangements. Unigear ZS1 is our main product line, and since its release in 1999, we have delivered more than 700,000 panels globally. Our presence, our footprint is available in more than 150 countries on 6 continents. And as we saw in the poll, basically the safety and reliability and the available space were the mainly selected options, where we believe that also our newest 500mm wide Unigear ZS1 panel is the best choice which can tackle these challenges, what you see also at the same time. It has the narrowest footprint, smallest footprint on the market for the applications asking 12 kilovolt, 1250 amps of nominal current, and 31.5 kA of short circuit current. It is part of Unigear ZS1 product line. Thus also compatibility within Unigear family is achieved, coming with the highest safety standard. 500 mm is available now for orders with delivery starting from mid of 2025. New 500 mm wide Unigear ZS1 brings several new things. And that is the footprint, as was mentioned earlier. That is the narrowest panel what we have in Unigear ZS1 product line, equipped with our very well-known VD4 circuit breaker. It has the improved serviceability, so battery is better serviceable from the front side. It's coming in two designs with instrument transformers and with low power instrument transformers at the same time. And the fourth new thing is the materials are what we are using to form the panel have higher recyclability potential. What is not changing is the safety standard, what Unigear is recognized for, high reliability level, also what Unigear is famous, the way how we operate the Unigear, and also the compatibility within the Unigear family, which is also secured and guaranteed, what was mentioned also earlier. So the 500 mm is basically suitable for applications asking 12 kilovolt of nominal voltage, 1250 amps of rated current, and 31.5 kiloamps of short circuit current. Plus, if we look at the busbar rating, it can go up to busbar rated current asking for 4000 amps. So basically, yeah, it can be used in such high applications. When we look into the typical panels, which are available in this 500 mm wide Unigear ZS1 panel, the designs are starting with simple incoming, outgoing panels via bus ties and bus risers to be able to form multi-sectional switchgear lineups. Furthermore, it includes also metering cubicles, plus also direct incoming feeder, and all are available optionally with voltage busbar measurement. Now let's look into the panel itself. 500 mm is coming with the refreshed look and is designed with the most reliable components. From the design perspective, the panel is available in two variants. First is coming with instrument transformers, and the second panel variant is available with low power instrument transformers. When we look into the components which are forming basically the solution, key component is the famous circuit breaker, VD4 type, which is used also here with the embedded poles. Second key component are the thermoplastic spouts, which are helping to improve the recyclability level. Third is the earthing switch from our EK family. Now the latest evolution of the earthing switches is EK7 type. And then the key highlights of the panel design is the cable connection. Basically, the cable connection height is 450 millimeters. It allows us to connect up to 3 cables per phase. And then when we look into the current transformers, they are typically installed in the cable compartment, and voltage transformers are installed in the front of the cable compartment part of the panel, either in the fixed or removable design. When we look into the low power instrument transformers version of the panel, or also the panel which is accommodating the medium voltage sensors, there, as Unigear is known about, we can accommodate up to 2 sets of current sensors, which are based on Rogowski coil principle. and also up to 2 sets of voltage sensors, which one of them can be installed in the busbar compartment for busbar voltage measurement, and the second of them can be installed in the cable compartment for cable voltage measurement. Yeah, so when we look into the typical arrangements which we can form out of this newest 500mm wide Unigear ZS1 panel, there are 3 examples shown on the screen. Example 1 is that we can, of course, form a pure lineup where 500mm Unigear ZS1 panels are available, so used in incoming feeders and also outgoings. This is very typical lineup, which is asking 12 kilovolt up to 12 volt of nominal voltage, 1250 amps of nominal current, and 31.5 kA of short circuit current. A typical application can be light industry substations. In the second example, there the 500mm panel can be combined with other switchgear panels from the Unigear family portfolio and can be used in the outgoing feeders. Yeah, so these lineups can be typically used either in a heavy type of industry or even data centers. And the third lineup is kind of combining also the 500mm from the Unigear ZS1 product line with other more powerful widths of this product line, so that where the higher nominal current or higher busbar current is required. Yeah, so in that case also 500mm can fit nicely into the outgoing applications, while the incoming and busbar ratings are going above the 1250 amps. So all 3 examples have one thing in common, and that with the 500mm used in the lineups, we can save up more space. Ashley, could you bring up the third poll, please?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Carol.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, so this is our final poll for today. And we're asking, what is the biggest challenge you face with your current switchgear setup? Options are maintenance issues, space constraints, lack of flexibility, or high operational costs. So we have about 30 seconds left in which to select your options. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Very active. Great to see this response. Got about 15 seconds left. Okay, I'll be closing the poll now. Thank you very much for participating.
Thanks a lot, Ashley. Okay, so the biggest challenge what you face in your current switchgear setup, the mostly voted option is lack of flexibility. Up to 47% of the responses have marked this option, plus also space constraints and maintenance issues. Yeah. So okay, it's pretty interesting to see the lack of flexibility and space constraints. Yeah. In the substations. So, but okay, if we come back to the 500mm, I kind of feel that this is a product variant which could help you in giving the right answer to the challenges what you just selected. So, in summary, the 500mm delivers space saving in the switchgear room. That is thanks to the narrow width, and it's coming with the famous VD4 circuit breaker. Then the weight reduction and energy loss reduction is coming there thanks to the usage of the low power instrument transformers. So that's why also in this panel variant, we have since beginning released both options. So either to have it with the instrument transformers, but also with low power instrument transformers. And the reduction of CO2 is coming hand in hand thanks to the low power instrument transformer version. Yeah, so to use the current sensors and voltage sensors instead of traditional instrument transformers is much more energy efficient. And thanks to the narrow width, basically more panels can fit into the switchgear room. Plus also we have been putting a lot of efforts on the serviceability to guarantee the serviceability even the panel is facing the wall in the back. And as mentioned earlier, the panel is available now for ordering with delivery starting from mid of 2025. So please definitely seek and contact your local ABB sales representative for more details. And if you want to see more information about 500mm, I encourage you to visit our dedicated web page, where we are sharing more information about 500mm, its benefits and technical features. So definitely encourage you to go there. And yeah, with this would be my final words for my part, and I hand over back to Ashley. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thanks, Carol. Roman, if you'd like to come to the screen. Excellent, thank you.
Yep. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me in my part to share with you few facts related to sustainability. I would say the first thing more general on ABB, what we are committed to, and then I will also deep dive more into the product and what we do and what we can offer in this area. Can I get next slide, please? Yes. ABB is dedicated to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. The Science Based Targets Initiative, SBTi, has validated ABB ambitious target, confirming their alignment with the latest climate science and the Paris Agreement. Now let me also go more into the facts and to the numbers. That by 2030, ABB aims to reduce absolute Scope 1 and Scope 2 emissions by 80% compared to 2019 baseline, and 25% by 2030 in a Scope 3. Then when we go to the more long-term targets and by 2050, here we target a 100% reduction of the emission in Scope 1 and Scope 2, and 90% reduction in a Scope 3. As usual, can I go one slide back? Yes. As usual, the first thing that you need to do when you want to improve, you have to start to measure. Yeah, and the best way in terms of sustainability, what we can measure and how we can do it, it is to run the complete life cycle assessment. The life cycle assessment of the product actually covers the entire life. Yeah, as you can see here on the slide that we can divide it actually to two basic phases. The first one is from cradle to gate, where we are more focusing on the product and its production itself. Yeah, starting from the purchasing of the raw material, but not only to understand and evaluate what material we are using, but also to understand where we are purchasing it, and also to map and understand the transportation of the material. Then when we have the material in a factory, then we have to handle the material. In our operations, we have to also the bend. We have to cut metal sheets, copper bars, and then assemble it together. This is one part. And also the second part is very important to this is what is the energy profile of the factory where we are producing the product. When the product is produced, then we have to transport it to you as a customers, and also it varies. How it is transported by truck, by train, by ship, or by plane. So all these things has to be covered and taken into consideration during the life cycle assessment. Another phase is a use stage. The use stage is very important because it is covering the part when the product, the medium voltage switchgear will be in operation at your substation. I will talk about the use stage later on, but please remember that this is very important. And then the last one is also end of the life. I would say when we complete the life cycle assessment of the product, then we have to you as a customer also to deliver some reasonable and readable document what is called environmental product declaration. Generally the environmental declarations we can divide into three types. The first one is type 2 according to ISO 14021. What is the self-declared environmental claims? In this case, the manufacturer is preparing the internal calculation and the data, and then some document themselves. What can have certain benefits and also drawbacks. And the second one is type 3 according to ISO 14025, and this is internally verified. I would say that the reason the difference between the first one is that in the second one, type 3 internally verified, that the manufacturer has trained their own auditors and verifiers who are able to go through that and verify it. I would say that these both types I would say can I would say have a faster process to reach you, also the potentially lower cost. But I do see here also some drawbacks that can be I would say with this approach, and it is less credibility. Then also can be there are some mistakes which are not discovered, and also the risk of the greenwashing. In comparison of these first two types, we as ABB we decided to go in a way of the type 3 according to the ISO, which is externally verified. Here we use the external accredited verifier, who is double checking all our calculation, all complete document, and later on is confirming the verification by the signature and the stamp. Here what I do see as a really benefits is the better transparency and the quality of the document what you can get, for sure the higher creditability. What can be a bit of drawback here is that when is involved in a process the external verifier, that it can takes a bit more time, but I think that this is worth to wait for. Here, let me a bit explain what you can find in the environmental product declaration. Yeah, the basic and the first information what you get is the detailed split of the material content of the product. Here, as an example, we have already mentioned the UniGear ZS1 500mm wide panel with the rating 12 kilovolt, 1250 amp, and 31.5 kiloamperes, where the main categories, what you can see is the steel, epoxy resin, copper, then also other metals, what we are taking into consideration, like stainless steel and so on, and then also the plastics and rubbers, and then we have still some remaining materials which are covered in a category others. Then for you, I think that what is the one of the most interesting and important information what you can get from EPD is the global warming potential. Yeah, here is very transparent and detailed summary of the global warming potential, and divided into the same I would say two basic categories what I mentioned before. And it is from cradle to gate and cradle to grave. Then one last but not least information what is from my point of view also very important and very interesting is recyclability potential of the product. Then here in this slide, let me share with you and explain the different solutions what we can offer to you. Karol was mentioning in his part already a bit, and it is the, I would say, with the same product what is the UniGear ZS1 500mm wide panel. We can have two different technologies how to measure the current and voltage. On the left hand side, we have the panel with traditional current and voltage transformers, and on the right hand side we do have the UniGear ZS1 with low power instrument transformers, or we can call them also sensors, as some of you are used to that. At the first look, as we are comparing these two different solutions, as you can see, the difference in a weight. Yeah, the solution with the traditional instrument transformers, yeah, the weight is around 620 kilograms. In comparison to the solution with sensors, is 508 kilograms. Then where this difference is coming from, I would say there are two main contributors, and the first one is for sure the steel, because we have more narrow panel, and also different design for the assembly of the traditional voltage transformers, and also the sensors. And the second main contributor is the weight difference between the different measuring technologies. Yeah, the current and voltage transformers, they are epoxy cast. Yeah, so also what you can see here on the graph is I would say quite I would say a reasonable portion of the epoxy resin in comparison to the second solution, where the epoxy resin, which I have to emphasize is non-recyclable, I would say is decreased a lot, and it is due to the different design solution and the technologies. Yeah, because the current sensors, as was mentioned by Karol, are based on Rogowski coil technologies, and the voltage sensors are based on resistive voltage divider. But this is I would say the basic comparison from the design point of view. But when it comes to the use stage, what I mentioned already, I would say here is coming the main contributor to the reduction of the global warming potential. Yeah, and the reason is the following, because every I would say device for the measuring of the voltage and current, I would say, has his own losses, yeah, the power losses, and when we are using the technology of the sensors, then the losses are much lower, and this drives us to the result that the reduction of the global warming potential to use this technology can be up to 35%. As I mentioned before, that we are also significantly reducing the amount of the epoxy resin, yeah, as a non-recyclable material, and using recyclable materials. So this also drive us, yeah, to the result that we can increase recyclability of the product by 20%. But you as a customer, I would say you are interested not only in a single panel, but also in a substation or in a lineup to get the lineup to your substation. Here I prepared a very simple study where I'm comparing I would say two designs of our Unigear ZS1 panels. Yeah, on the right upper corner, you can see the brief description of the lineup with the panel. I would say very well established panel on the market. I have to emphasize what is Unigear ZS1 650mm wide panel, where we have 10 panels in a lineup, where we have the incoming feeders, bus tie, bus riser, and also the outgoing feeders. Yeah, in comparison to the lineup with this new Unigear ZS1 500mm wide panel. Yeah, in the same configuration. Yeah, for the first look, when we compare these two solutions, yeah, we can save almost 2 tons in a weight. Yeah, what has for sure the impact for the transportation. Yeah, this has impact for the installation of the product on the site. Then the second parameter what I'm trying to compare here is the length or the footprint of the panel, or of the lineup. Yeah, using I would say the new panel here, we can save 1.5 meter in the length. Yeah, what can in a greenfield substation, I would say, have an impact to the civil work. Yeah, then the last thing what I would like to mention, that and as I explained also on the previous slide, that when we in case you are interested in sustainability, and you measure these things, that we as a ABB we have possibilities how to offer the products where we can together save the CO2 footprint of the complete solution over the lifetime. Thank you very much for your attention, and now I hand over to Karol.
Thanks, Roman. So, okay, now we are coming to almost to the end. So wrap up. Before we go to the Q&A, we still thought it would be good to highlight a few things, and that is some references for the features what we have mentioned today. First reference is basically a project which is related to smart solutions, or the medium voltage switchgear, where sensors or so-called low power instrument transformers are used. And this installation is actually done in Finland. And here the substation, basically it helps the customer to tackle the challenges of today's electrical network, like to improve safety level of the installation, where sensors are definitely ideal component in increasing the safety level for the operators. Then increasing the flexibility, so basically the nominal currents and nominal loads. Nominal currents of the panels is something where low power instrument transformers are having a much higher flexibility compared to the traditional instrument transformers. Plus also the IEC61850 communication is helping that. And last but not least, I mean, it's the reduced footprint and the weight. So by integrating the compact medium voltage sensors, basically here we were able also to achieve a footprint reduction by 10% and also decrease the weight by 15%. Yeah, so this is a real evidence how the low power instrument transformers in medium voltage switch gears can help the customers. This installation is up and running for last 7 years, basically. And the satisfaction of the customer is very high. And the second reference, what we wanted to share, is related to the newest 500mm wide Unigear ZS1 panel, what we were introducing also today, where I believe all of you can imagine that the 500mm width compared to our existing 650mm panel is bringing the reduced footprint, is also thanks to the implementation of IEC61815 protection relays, is helping to increase flexibility and also the reliability and safety level thanks to the 61850 digital communication. And in case of narrower width, basically, in this particular project, which was for the data center customer, you might be able to find the reference either after the webinar communication, or this is also available online, yeah, where customer choose to go with 500mm panels for the ratings going up to 12 kilovolt. It helped him to save the space and have more space available for his IT equipment, which in IT in data center is critical. Yeah, so this is these were the two references what we wanted to share, also like a proof points that where the technology is helping our customers, and you might get inspired in your installations. And this would be all from my end, and I hand over back to Ashley. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Carol. Thank you, Roman, Matt. I invite everyone back to the screen now, please. And I think, Carol, the session has certainly inspired our audience for sending through their questions. We have just over 10 minutes left of today's session, so I'm hopeful that we can get through as many of these questions as possible. Carol, I'm actually going to pose the first few to you. And the first question is, will ABB develop Unigear ZS1 500mm wide units for 20 kV?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, today 500mm is limited voltage is 12 kilovolt. I mean, to get up to 20 kilovolt, okay, that in air insulated technology, it could be kind of challenge. Even I believe the R&D people on our end in ABB have good ideas and thoughts how this could be achieved. But so far, yeah, the 500mm will stay at the 12 kilovolt of nominal voltage. Yeah, and that's for 24 kilovolt or 20 kilovolt range. Basically, we have Unigear ZS1 24 kilovolt product line. Yeah, so that is available.
Okay.
Come on, do you want to comment more?
Yeah, maybe just to comment, actually, for 24 kV kilovolts, we do have in our portfolio the product which is 500 millimeters wide, but but it is based on the different technology. Here we do have the solid insulated bus bars, and also the maximum short circuit current is 16 kiloamperes. Yeah, so we do have, but as Carol has confirmed that when we would compare apple to apple, and I would say have the same ratings from the rated current point of view, also the short circuit current point of view, I would say it will be very, very challenging, and we don't have it now in the roadmaps.
Thank you. And Carol, just to come back to you, the next question is, can we interchange VD4 breakers from a 650 millimeter wide panel to the 500 millimeter wide panel?
Yeah, okay. So the interchangeability between the 650 millimeter ZS1 and 500 millimeter ZS1 is mechanically not really possible. So there the VD4 breaker for the 650 millimeter has different pole distance than the VD4 breaker for the 500 millimeter. But on the other hand, we have been working with our colleagues from Grid Components to have interchangeable spare parts, yeah, between those two breaker types. Yeah, so at least the spare parts or the components inside are interchangeable, definitely.
And is the 500 millimeter UG-ZS1 panel type tested?
Yes, it is fully type tested. It's type tested according to the IEC 62271-200 edition 3. Roman can confirm, I believe.
Yes, I can only confirm because yeah, it is full deliverable, and we as ABB, as we do the thing so on the new release, fully type tested product.
And Carol, what is the bus bar rating up to which this panel can go?
Yeah, the bus bar rating can for the 500 millimeter, it can go up to 4,000 amps. So yeah, that's the highest current what we can achieve in Unigear primary air insulated medium voltage switchgear portfolio at the moment, while the TOFs or the panel rated current on the bus bar or the branches is 1,250 amps only.
Okay, thank you. And we've got a pricing question that's come in. Matt, I'm going to address this one to you. How do I get to a quotation and price for my specific Unigear switchgear lineup?
I would advise you to please contact your local ABB representatives, the sales guys, and they will be able to offer, give you a quotation on the product as we have it in the system already.
Excellent.
That would apply for any countries, of course, to be in contact with your local representative.
Thank you, Matt. And Roman, Carol, what is the most optimal loading recommended to keep emissions to the minimum?
Optimum loading to keep the emissions on the minimum. I would say it depends, yeah, because what is very important when we do have the configuration of the lineup, yeah, of the complete substation, we do have the incoming feeders, we have outgoing feeders, yeah, which are decreasingly, I would say, reducing the current. So it really varies, but when we are creating the environmental product declarations, yeah, what I have to also mention here, that we are using the loading factors. Yeah, we are using the loading factors for the switchgear and also for the measuring devices, as instrument transformers as well as the low power instrument transformers.
Excellent. Carol, would you like to add anything?
No, I have nothing to add here. Yeah, just confirm with what Roma mentioned. So the loading of individual panels really varies project by project, but there is a formula used. Yeah, the loading factors basically.
Excellent, thank you. And Roman, an audience member is asking, where can I find the environmental product declaration of ABB MV air insulated switchgears?
Yeah. As I mentioned during my part of the presentation, that that we are delivering the environmental product declarations verified by the external independent verifier. Yeah, so we are also releasing and publishing all our environmental product declaration on their websites, and the name of the verifier is EPD Norge. Yeah, so the web page is epd/norge.no. Yeah, it is the Norwegian company.
Thank you. And audience, we will share this information with you after the session. So if you didn't get that, please don't worry, we will ensure that you do receive it. And Roman, I've got another question that's come in. As materials and supplies can change over time, how long is the EPD valid for?
Yeah, generally the validity of the environmental product declaration is 5 years. Yeah, so after 5 years we have to automatically to make the update and make the recertification. But what we do when we make some design change, which we know that will influence the life cycle assessment, and at the end of the day the complete result of the environmental product declaration, we do the change. Yeah, we do it in the meantime, because we don't have to have on the websites not updated data.
Great, thank you, Roman. So we've got a couple of minutes left of today's session, and I think I would like to take this opportunity to do a quick round robin around the screen to get final thoughts from you speakers, just to leave with our audience. Mats, perhaps I can start with you.
Yeah, sure. So hopefully this webinar has given you some more insights on let's say product technologies, as well as on the environmental part, which Roman presented at the end. I mean, these are all very important things that we face almost every day when talking to our customers. So we feel that it's a very important topic, and hopefully you got as much as possible out of it today.
Carol?
Yeah, from my end, I would be thankful for I would like to thank for the feedback what the audience gave us in the polls. That was also pretty interesting to read and see that with our new product development, which of course takes some years. I mean, I kind of feel we are heading in a good direction, and we also hope that these new product variants will also help our end customers in their daily business, yeah, to deliver and use the electrical energy in a most efficient way.
Thanks, Carol. And Roman?
Yep, I would like to a bit recap and I would say make a short conclusion also from my part. Yeah, I hope that that you as a customers that you got a clear message that we really mean it seriously with the sustainability, and we are here to help you and offer solutions which can help also to reduce your sustainability targets. Yeah, so please don't hesitate, as Mats mentioned, also to contact the local sales representatives who will definitely be able to help, or then they can redirect to me, to Carol, to Mats, and we can help you to find a solution together.
Thank you. So we are unfortunately out of time for today. On behalf of ABB's Distribution Solutions Division and Smart Energy International, I would like to thank you for joining our session, actively participating in our polls, and for your engaging questions. There were many questions that came through while we were in session that we just unfortunately weren't able to get to, but we will make every effort after the session to get back to you. So please do keep a lookout for communication from us. And to our experts, Mats, Carol, Roman, thank you very much for sharing your valuable insights with us. Please reach out to your local ABB sales office anytime in case of any further questions, and of course, if you are interested in ABB's offering. I'd like to remind you that a recording of today's webinar will be available on demand on www.smart-energy.com. Take care and see you soon.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Industries are the beating heart of our world. They move us, supply us, shelter us, power us, connect us. They improve our homes, our cities, our environments. And behind them all is ABB. Electrifying, automating, partnering with our customers to keep them not just running consistently, but running more productively and more efficiently, to constantly outperform. At ABB, we call this outrun. And it's how we help industries become leaner and cleaner. ABB, engineered to outrun.